right here on Georgia Avenue. Oh yeah, we right here, y'all.
Miss Renee Show.
We gon' sing right here.
Miss Renee Show.
Yeah, Miss Renee.
Show.
Oh yeah, we gon' do it here.
Miss Renee Show.
Right here in Listen Vision, y'all.
Miss Renee Show.
Oh yeah, Miss Renee.
Miss Renee Show.
I like how you sing it.
Thank you, Mustafa.
Girl, I like how you sing it now.
Thank you, Mustafa.
And where we at now?
Miss Renee Show.
If they didn't know it's,
Thank you, Mustafa.
hey, you're welcome, miss.
Miss Renee Show.
Make sure y'all tune in.
With Miss Renee Show.
Yeah, tune in.
Miss Renee Show.
Yeah, tune in.
Miss Renee Show.
Oh yeah, I need you to tune in.
Miss Renee Show.
We just getting started, but tune in, y'all.
Miss Renee Show.
In a minute we gonna have to leave, but
You're listening to Sharice Jones and Mustafa Captain Soul Star. Thank you for tuning in. I love them. I don't want the show to end. God bless you. Stay tuned for H.O. Barner Hour Power.
okay, let's go.
Miss Renee Show.
I think I feel good right now on it.
Miss Renee Show.
Yeah.
Miss Renee Show.
Uh-oh.
I said Mustafa.
Miss Renee Show.
I say Mustafa.
We on the Miss Renee Show.
I say Mustafa.
Miss Renee Show.
Here's Morgan Johnson. No curfew. Miss Renee Show.
Okay, I like that right there. Miss Renee Show.
Renee Allen and friends, y'all.
Hey, Miss Renee Show. Oh yeah, we on.
Miss Renee Show. Thank you for tuning in.
God bless. Good night, y'all.
Better sing it one more time, y'all.
Hey.
Hello and welcome to the Renee Allen and Friends Show. Thank you for tuning in this evening, Wednesday in the nation's capital, right across from Howard University. HU, you know. My niece went there, so I have to always say that, Shayna Calandro. Listen, I'm so glad you tuned in. We have two sponsors today. One is Willie and Dee Jolly, and they have a book out called Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, which I love. You know, maybe if they did this in marriages, they would last longer, right, Jen? And then we have Chef Terrence for 2 Fish and 5 Loaves Catering, who happens to be our resident chef, who comes at least once a month with some goodies, and it's just the aroma of the studio is just fantastic. Shout out to Helena McKenna. Last week she dropped off a beautiful cake for me to thank me for being her MC at the Evening of Cultures at the Silver Spring Civic Center last Saturday, which was a blast. They concentrated on mental illness, which is a stigma which we really need to erase, because people go through divorces and illnesses and tragedies in their lives. And I was just talking to a friend of mine. I hope he's tuned in. And we were talking about some of the things that have happened in his life. And, you just, things happen, So how you doing, Melvin Jones? So, you know what? It reminds me of Melvin Lindsay from WKYS. Remember him with Donnie Simpson? Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, my dear new friend, Melvin Jones, what a phenomenal person, a phenomenal spirit. So I hope you're tuning in, and thanks for tuning in. I want to also give a shout out to Elite Conversations, Daryl C. Spears. I actually had my show on his inaugural speaking bureau for Elite Conversations out in Laurel, and we had the most phenomenal guests, some of which I remember, some of which I don't. Darlene Brown, of course, friend to the show, Divine Empowerment. We have Marcus Johnson, the wonderful keyboard place and has flow and the books and the whole brand. Yes, Marcus Johnson. There's just some amazing speakers. I wish I remembered all their names, but they were just phenomenal. Look up Elite Conversations with Daryl Darrell, I believe, C. Spears, and tune into that phenomenal man because he's doing some great things. I want to, show a picture of Dick Gregory and, of course, Dr. Ife Williams, who was his very dear friend and running buddy, a man who loved his people and fought for the rights of his people his entire life, while, having a wife and 10 or 11 children. And I was able to talk with Dick Gregory because of the friendship I had with Dr. Ife Williams, which was appointed to the Obama administration for some wonderful things for women. And I went to her breakfast this past Sunday, and she had a tribute for Dick Gregory. It was just tear-jerking and very extraordinary. A big, this man he just didn't get, in my opinion, his just due, but as a legend that he is, and now our fallen hero, he's going to get a lot of things, I'm sure, probably a street after his name and everything else. So rest in peace, Dick Gregory. So the Congressional Black Caucus is over. It was wonderful. I heard they even had the fashion show back this year, but I wasn't there. The Made Man, of course, they had 100 spectacular men throughout the DMV and beyond. I think they had thousands of submissions, and I went there. That was at the Embassy of Nigeria. Wonderful, wonderful men. I mean, there's nothing like a great man, right, Jen? Right, Jacob? Yeah, I know you better say right. Look, I love being here in the WLVS studio because it's like my family. So we like to talk a lot. And as a matter of fact, the show before mine, which is the Dating Advisory Board with Jen Heck, I've always admired her. She's just a very happy spirit. And but we had the honor of working together and collaborating and partnering just 2 weeks ago with my dear friend, the godfather of my son, Willie Jolly, and his wife, Dee Jolly, with their book. And she and I collaborated and had a wonderful show, along with H.O. Barner, which follows my show. And so she's stuck around because we're going to have some fun talking about some issues just happening in America. So stay tuned for that wonderful woman and my new BFF, okay? I want to give just a moment of silence, just 15 seconds for all the fallen victims in Las Vegas, all the hurricane and flood victims. Just want to give it just a silent 15 seconds, y'all. And then I want to ring the bell just to celebrate them and their lives and just to bless the families that they will be okay and ride through this tragic time in America with all these just horrible, horrible people. It's just a shame that so many people had to die in Las Vegas for that nonsense. My goodness. So I just pray for all of you and just pray, America, pray, because it could happen to any of us. It's Florida, it's here, it's Puerto Rico. I was stationed there for 3 years, my gosh, in the the early 80s. And I was stationed at Roosevelt Roads, Puerto Rico. Beautiful island. I had the best time. And now it's gone. I mean, everything's just in a shambles. And I heard that Fat Joe and a group of celebrities and infamous people actually have like cargoes and cargoes and cargoes of food and water and everything going over there. So kudos to them. Kudos indeed. I want to just thank my mom, Charlotte Frazier in Connecticut, just for your support, Mom. And I was actually at the GW University Hospital for just a brief scare, y'all. Just a brief scare. I'm okay now. Thank you, Jesus. And my mom was so upset that I didn't tell her. But, you just can't be scaring moms, If it's something she needs to know, I'm going to tell her. But I want her to be on this earth a long time. So I don't want to give her any unjust things. And my sister Lisa, you're always there. I just love my family, and just want to say thank God for you. And there's my sister. There's Shayna, who graduated Howard 3 years ago, in the middle. My sister Lisa, and then of course my mom and her little Tiffany Kate. We spoil her, of course, because she's the head diva in charge. So yeah, I just want to say, did they show the picture? Remember that when she was a teenager? Oh yeah. Now y'all not ready for this. Y'all not ready for this. Bam! My father got a good one, didn't he? So I just want to say thank you. Just for a few events. WIPS, which is Women Inside Pro Sports, a very becoming dearer and dearer to my heart, Gisette English. She's having this wonderful conference, which I attended last year, and she's asked me to actually speak this year, along with the greats like Marcia Dyson. Oh, love her. Of course, friend to the show and co-host Karen Marie Alston, the Spectrum Circle. Who else? I have it here. Ron Bugsby. Oh my goodness, Charlotte Wilson. Just some wonderful women. Ajay English Wynn, which is Gisette's beautiful daughter. They look like sisters. Oh, there it is. Yes, thank you, Jacob. So that's going to be the latter part. I think the 21st, but it's going to be a wonderful opportunity for you to come and meet people. There'll be some NFL, NBA, different wives, and possibly some of the players, and there's some great sponsorship. It's going to be a blast. So you can come on down and just inbox me if you need the information. I don't know how small it is. I can't really read it from here. Also, I want to talk just about a few. There is Voices of Empowerment, and president of Sisters for Sisters Network, an organization I've been with for 7 years, which I credit them for saving my life 7 years ago, going through divorce and losing my big house and all that stuff. And so they just women who help women to connect, whether it's GED, PhD, 501c3, they just help women. And that's why I love them. I'll always be a part of them. But do you have that Voices of Empowerment with Peggy, S4SN? Hi there. You see it, Voices of Empowerment. So as you find that flyer, we'll go to the next one. Spectrum Circle, of course, Karen Marie Alston, who's co-host to this show and friend, and love her to life, to tiny, tiny little pieces. She is having, I believe, her third Spectrum Circle, March of 2018, and she is now taking, I guess, applications for people who are worthy of these extraordinary honors and awards. And so just save the date, March 16th, and I'll be there in some way. She might have me work, and I might be able to sit down and relax and enjoy it. But either way, I'll be there because that's my girl. Okay. Then we have goodness. Oh my goodness. You're ready for it? Because I'm a veteran. I'm a retired veteran. I'm a proud veteran, and I love veterans. I was connected with this wonderful woman. Her name is Deb Harmon Pugh. I spoke with her today. She might be watching. Hey, what a larger than life spirit. She's a military spouse of like 28 or 38 years. However, she has been committing herself, her time, to just uplifting, inspiring, educating, and honoring veterans. She's after my heart. So you have that one. I have that. That's yes, Voices of Victory Veterans Day Rally. So come on down. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if it costs. Does it say it costs, Jacob? My goodness. But we're going to have her on, and we're going to talk in more detail about it. So just stay tuned. Yes, thank you so much. Oh, I love it. Look at that. They're having fun. I love it. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Yeah, it's going to be a blast. Right here in Washington, D.C. I think that's about it. My goodness, do I have anything else? Pumps. Oh, yes, pumps. Oh, the spirit of excellence out in Waldorf, Maryland. Oh, I love the Pastors Williams. It's a husband-wife duo, and I met them through the late Sheila Stewart of 104.1, Radio 1, 7-8 years ago, and we've continued our friendship. I love them so much. And they're having this, it's called Pumps, and it's everything about women again, y'all. And it's free. It's free. So Friday and Saturday, just look up Spirit of Excellence Pastors Williams. It's Cynthia Williams and her husband. And please support them. Please support them. It's a very nice, welcoming, wholehearted and genuine spirit of a church. And they have chandeliers in there and everything, y'all. It's very classy. So I think that's it, Jacob. So now, before I bring up Jen Heck, who I just have fallen in love with, we're going to listen to one of my favorite songs that I listen to, I believe, at least twice every day. And it's a friend of mine, Stephanie Winans' husband, who is the nephew of CeCe and BB, Michael Winans. And it is a beautiful CD called His Own Genre. And Progress Report has taken my heart, and I love it. So I'm dedicating this to his daughter, Ari. You hear, Ari, you looking? You in New Jersey looking at me? That's my girl I never had. Little cute thing. But I want you to enjoy this song and listen to it because it is phenomenal. And then we'll be right back with Jen Heck and Renee Allen talking about some issues for the first time on the Renee Allen and Friends show. Don't go anywhere.
To my mother, I wanna know have I made you proud. And to my father, I wanna know have I ever been a problem child. And to my pastor, I've been trying to be in church a little more. And to my lady, just have patience, God's still working on me now. I ask for forgiveness from anybody that I may have hurt wrong. I've done, I'm putting it behind me. There are some things I gotta get right. Loose ends need to be tied up. It's been a roller coaster ride, but I'm gonna hang on. I was thinking the other night, what if my life was being graded? What would it say on my progress report? What would it say on my progress report? I wonder what it would say. To all my teachers, thanks for taking extra time out with me. To my producer, thanks for keeping a young fella on the beat. And to the soldiers, going out there and risking your life for me. And to my lady, just have patience, cause God's still working on me now. I ask for forgiveness from anybody that I forgot to mention. Come and look at my long list. There are some things I gotta eventually I get to you. Loose ends need to be tied up. It's been a roller coaster, hills and turns, but I'm gonna hang on. I was thinking the other night, what if my life was being graded? What would it say on my progress report? I know I've done more good than bad. Oh, I know, but for some reason I feel there's so much room for improvement. So I'ma go find those burnt bridges. There are some things I gotta get back up again. Loose ends need to be tied. I gotta tie it all up. It's been a roller coaster ride, but I'm gonna hang on. I was thinking the other night, I was just thinking, what if my life was being graded? What would it say? What would it say? There were some things I gotta get right. Loose ends need to be tied right away. It's been a roller coaster ride, but I'm gonna hang on. I was thinking the other what if every word, what if my life action, thought in mind, what would it say on my progress report? What would it say on my progress report? I wonder what it would say.
Well, I love it too. Welcome to the Renee Allen and Friends Show. Well, welcome back for those of you who tuned in at 7 o'clock. We're having a blast. We actually were just talking about some events that were happening, and now I have Jen Heck here with me.
Hello,
from the Dating
how are
Advisory
you?
Board. Woo-hoo.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Yes, I was telling people that, you know, you meet people and things happen for a reason.
I believe that.
Yes, ma'am. And I've known her for quite a long time because her show is before mine. But since we collaborated with Willie Jolly and Dee Jolly with their new book, I got to know her better, and now she's my BFF,
That's
y'all.
right.
So
I love her. She's awesome. I always go
You're
on energy.
awesome.
You're awesome. I go on energy, right?
Yeah.
Like if you have good energy, like I want to be in your space, and that's a good
Yes,
thing. But
yes.
you don't want to be around the negative Nancy's.
See why I love her?
No,
I'm telling you, because
you're-
I don't
they're
get
done.
this too much.
I'm like, You're done.
We're gonna share this.
Yeah, put that in the
If
middle.
anybody knows my show, I'm always ringing that bell because I used to scream a lot and woohoo and all that, but now I just save my voice, right?
See your voice. That's right.
No, girl, listen. This is our first.
Yeah.
This is an inaugural
Yes.
segment because, and I'll explain why. Lady Nakia Wright, who I adore, First Lady of Jabbok Ministries, The Gathering out off Pennsylvania Avenue. She has, let's pray for her because a family member, her grandmother, I hope she doesn't mind me saying that, is in the hospital. And so, of course, I was like, well, she was worried about the show and coming, and that's her. I was like, no, do what you have to do. So I just pray that everything's going to be okay. She'll be back with a woman's voice whenever she wants to because she has carte blanche to this show. She has this segment, Woman's Voice, every third Wednesday. So you will see her maybe next week. Yeah. But so I said, well, Jen, let's do a little something.
Yeah,
And she was
let's
like,
do
yes.
it.
And I said, yes.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm in. I'm down.
Yes. And then, of course, we have the bedazzling Brenda, who's here not only with I don't know what you call it, so I don't want to call it the wrong thing, but she has food and she has
smells
sweets.
amazing.
It
Yeah,
does
I
smell
really
good,
do. I'm
and
like
it looks
hungry.
great.
I'm very
There
hungry
she
right now.
is.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So what you want to talk about first, darling?
It's your show. We could do. Talking. You said it a little bit earlier in the intro.
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. My. It's girl, you could start because I'm just like
I was floored.
This Las
I mean,
Vegas mess.
It was interesting how I woke up to it and how I think a lot of people woke up just on the East Coast was that one of my best friends was in Las Vegas with her family.
So was one of mine.
Yeah.
With her boyfriend.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And because I saw pictures, and then I saw one of my other friends, Melanie, posted something, and I texted her. It did sound like her, and she's like, praying like for everybody. I'm like, what is she talking? Because I didn't know. Because I'm getting the kids ready for bed, or school, and packing lunches
Mommy
and doing
duty.
mommy duty, single mom duty. Yeah. But so I'm looking, and I text her, and she's like, Las Vegas, and I said, what? And then so I immediately text my best friend in Michigan because I'm from Michigan, and she's like, no, we got out, but she said that this people that she met were sending text messages. She's like, I woke up to text messages at 2 a.m. saying, "Man, to get back in your hotel room," and it's standing in place and everything. But it's just really, really scary when you talk about mental health, right? And how accessible. I mean, you are a veteran. I mean, those are military grade guns that were changed and added and enhanced. And how did he get access to that?
And he didn't just have one. I think he had 7. Yeah. And then he went through the airport in suitcases with them. So I don't know what is going on. But his father was a bank robber. He had a lot of mental illness. I don't know how this happens, but I just feel like something's going on. It's like an undercover something, right?
Yeah, I mean, I saw another post that we was talking before the show, and someone said using gun laws, having stricter gun laws, right? And especially, what are they doing on the background checks? I mean, think about it. I mean, he had some serious guns, and her thing was saying, well, there's certain things you have to do to go through an abortion, and she listed it down that you have to have. I don't know. I just was seeing what she put out there.
Ridiculous
like
things
you having
yeah.
to watch videos, to have counseling, to have a mental evaluation, all of these things in order to do that. But then this guy who has a criminal record can just walk in and just get this or modified all these different guns. I mean, I mean, you were in the military. This was something. This was I was listening on TMZ. I always go to TMZ because they always. I do because I love them. I'm like they know
they're real.
They are real. Like they will get and it's just crazy to hear like people live. It's like, oh my God, the woman got shot in the head and it's like in front of him, and I just thought, oh my goodness. But it's just like, but then you think, like, what happened? Because his brother is like doing really weird, bizarre video. It just was odd.
Things. People are living next to these people who are crazy, who are, have illnesses that aren't being taken care of, aren't being any attention towards them. And, and I'll tell you, quite frankly, you talked about the abortion thing, but I'm going to talk about, just some of these police officers killing primarily African-American men, but just around here, just killing,
I don't know what's going on.
Worse.
It's just, is it just training? Like, especially like when you're talking about having these mental illnesses and reaching out, like you talk about, everybody goes through really rough patches, especially if you have, bullies out there or you have, and so you're coming from a negative place, how do you sift through that or having a negative connotation? Right? And how do you break through and as a community of building communities to help get rid of that stigma of everybody working together and helping them, because people have mental illness. I mean, it's a real issue.
Well, I know a lot. I'm sorry. No. I know a lot of people are going to get mad at me for this, especially gun people. But we need to get rid of this NRA. We need to get rid of all these people who are pro-gun and which happens to be the people like him that just want to have him to protect. What are you protecting yourself from?
I don't know why he did those types of guys. And I think about it, and even why there should be some different level of what kind of, if you have guns to protect your home or whatever. I mean, it's different.
That's different. Somebody comes to your home, they're there for a
bad
reason.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So there has to be just stricter laws on guns. I believe, especially the type of guns. Like I said, I don't even know how he had access to that kind of stuff. I mean, he never even had background in the military. He had never background in any of this. So it just comes to think, well, what's going on? So, and then why was they not vetted? What was the process? So, they need to really reevaluate it, because it's here.
I don't know how they're going to do it, but you're right. They really are going to have to. I don't know if they have to get down, just search homes. I don't know what they're going to have to do, but
just search the records. I mean, that's how they can search it. You go through the databases.
Well, a lot of them aren't in the records. A lot of them are being sold under cover.
Really?
Yes, from these gun shops. They're supposed to take background checks and things, but a lot of people are on the street as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that's bad. See, then how do you control that? And then it goes back to the manufacturers, right? Like, how are you have to be pretty stringent, and you could even do it. I mean, not in this field, but I'm just giving an example from
We're
business.
just talking.
We're just talking. But, if they all have serial numbers on all the different guns, right? They have to do checks. Every, so often, maybe keep that from the gun manufacturer, the gun people who sell the guns, and say, okay, well, is this in your store? Did you sell it? If not, then where is it?
Keep them accountable.
Yeah,
because a conflict of interest. They want to sell their guns. That's how they make their money. So I don't, something is not right. We have to fill in.
It would be a better process.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and then have this never happen again. I mean, we thought, Sandy Hook was horrible, and then
my goodness, I'm from Connecticut.
It's horrible, and that's another mental illness issue as well. And so I think that we need to really come together and reach out and have it more out there. Yes, there is help, and maybe he didn't realize it. That there was that. I mean, you just don't. You never know. You never know what battle someone's fighting. They may be all smiles up, but they could have some things going on. Always check on your friends and neighbors and say, how's it going? What's going on?
That's good advice. Matter of fact, at Helena's event at Evening of Cultures last Saturday, she had Dr. Nick that was there, who talked about just ask.
Oh, really? Yeah.
If I'm sitting here with you and I'm acting weird, Renee, are you okay?
Yeah.
Just ask.
I'm stressed right now, but y'all don't know it.
Yeah,
right.
Me too.
I'm stressed.
Some of y'all do know it watching.
I mean, I got so many things going on, but you would never know it.
Because we smile.
We smile.
My dad says smile so they don't know what's going on.
Yep.
So I just smile. Yeah. Yes, girl. Well, that was good stuff. What about, let's talk about this, because I love, just like you gave me those accolades, I love you for the same reason. And the people in my immediate life, new or old, they have to have that quality of just realness, genuine, transparent. So let's talk about sisterhood.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, it's funny. I always used to say, I never realized it. I was like, all right, come on, sisters, let's get it together. And so then so if you want to join, I have a Facebook group called Let's Get It Together Sisters.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I put you on it.
Well,
it's automatic. I know. I'm like, you're on there.
Media. Just help me out.
I will. It's on there. I just haven't made it. I just haven't got along to do public. It's just more people can add people. It's just helping inspire everybody. I put very inspiring messages on there, especially if you were trying in a bad place or just want to get better, and so you're surrounding yourself with positive people. I think that changes the game, and that's really, thank you, because when you're around the negative Nancys, you become negative, right? And surround yourself with the positive people, and your life. Watch how your life shifts. Yeah, right. Love it. Yes, girl, it really does. I'm just telling you, but it doesn't come without. You're going to have to kind of weed through and kind of see. You don't have to not be friends with those people. You just don't spend time with them, right? Yeah. But find the people, find the sisterhood, find your tribe. I always say, find your tribe. Find your tribe. They are your vibe, right? And because you want to help each other. The only way we're going to come together as a community is to help each other, especially women, right? Empower each other to be the best version of themselves.
And the irony of it is that a lot of women don't want to do that.
No.
You know,
They
that's
want to
why-
compete.
And that's why women empowerment is so important. And the people, the real people who are pushing women empowerment, you can always tell the spirit of someone who talks about I'm for women, because they look out for women. They
Yeah.
smile to women.
Yeah.
They don't front. They don't get jealous. I
Right.
mean, all of us have an envy. I mean, if I want a Mercedes, which I lost through my marriage,
Yeah,
and I
don't
see a
get me
Mercedes
started.
SUV, and
Yeah.
I said, oh, I want
Yeah.
that back one day, right?
But I'm gonna get it back. I'm gonna get my Panamera.
You gonna get everything
and I'm
the
gonna,
devil
that's
took,
right.
right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get my Panamera that I've always wanted, and I'm gonna get it myself.
Yes, yes, man. That
I'm
deserves
gonna get it.
a few rings.
Yes.
Look at- But seriously,
Yes.
you know, and I'll tell you, if you watched week before last, we had Zion of Fredericksburg, Virginia here. And I was just honored to be one of the 4 ladies that
Love
they
it.
gave a love award for women who are, you deserve one. Oh, my
my
God. And so does Brenda, who you're going to meet too, who's going to be closing out the segment today. But they gave me this award, and Omarosa was there from the White House.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was all these wonderful women, Miss Dixon. I wish I could say all the names, but Sharita, Marina, Charita, and Angela, they put this on, and I got up there, and look, y'all want to hear what I did?
What'd you do?
I did, Sister, I'm calling your name.
Ooh, I like that.
Everybody thought I was going to sing the whole song. That's all I know. That's all I know.
I love it.
And they were all joking at me, saying I teased them, so I don't want
Yeah.
to be known as a teaser, so I apologize.
So now she just has to do the whole song later. I mean, it's
Yeah,
fine.
I'll learn it one
she'll
day.
learn it. So she's got homework.
Yeah, but I want to give a shout out to Zion and the Sisters of Zion, because they really are talking the talk and walking the walk. You should have seen this ballroom and all that they did. Matter of fact, we're going to have a show. I was talking to Pastor Dixon, and we're gonna collaborate and have a follow-up show, because it was that phenomenal.
Yeah.
I was like in awe as how they really rolled out everything for women.
Yeah.
The first lady. Oh, it was just imagine. It was just awesome. Awesome.
Oh my God, I
But I
love it.
love you, and that's
I
why I
love
wanted you
you.
to come and talk about
Yeah.
sisterhood, because you
Yeah.
really talk and walk too.
Yeah, I have to, because when I came out of my situation, there was no community. I mean, think about all the women that have been married for 20, 30 years and they've never worked a day in their life. They have no community to go to. They don't know what they should be doing. So that's when I started the Dating Advisory Board, because I have this. Right, I have I have my lineage. I should say my advisory board members, right, my own, but they're also subject matter experts in the field. So I have not told you this, but I'll actually we can put it on here. So I'm putting together packages I call it a post-divorce assessments.
I love it.
Right, and so it's basically a coaching program, but just help to figure out where the vulnerabilities lie.
Yes.
Right, and then I do a Ditch Your Diamond Day.
Ditch your diamond. Oh, the diamond ring.
Ditch your diamond.
I don't know
Like,
about that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you can
to my
sell
mom.
it. I know, but it's just how to be your best version. So where are your strengths, where are your weaknesses,
love
right?
it.
And so if you're so for instance, when I had to do some self-reflection, when I found myself back in the dating pool, I got a health coach because I was tired and I wasn't eating properly, and even though I was an athlete, all those years playing tennis, I was 24 in the country.
Oh, that's why you got that tight body. Look at you. Oh my goodness,
Workout.
bounces right back. I have these sleeves on for a reason.
No, but so I didn't I wasn't the best version of myself. So I couldn't go out there and look to be in a relationship with someone if I didn't feel good when I looked at the reflection in the mirror. Right. I just wanted to have the soul, because my soul was drained. Sometimes you look in the mirror and you're the ghost of the person you once were. You have no more someone literally took. They were energy vampires.
Well, let me get a little personal because I just got divorced in May, so I'm not in that. I'm not really ready for all that.
Right.
But I'm open. So how long have you been divorced? And when you started dating?
Yeah.
It sounds like it's, what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's kind
yeah.
of weird. It's kind of
Right.
weird.
Yeah. Well, because
Especially when you have a son or a daughter.
I have two
someone
boys,
who's- he's
yeah.
gonna be looking at,
Yeah, I know. I'm I got two boys. Well, it's interesting because, it's different people have different, things. For me, I said, I'm never getting married again. I don't want to go
I
down
didn't
the road.
say that. Love wins.
Yeah, I know.
every time.
I'm
But
just
you just
saying.
wanna
But
get the
you
right
get it
one.
right. And I'm I didn't pick one. You're well, no. So you have to know what you want.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the pitfalls lie initially. You're young and all your friends are getting married, and but you're not really understanding what are your core non-negotiables, right? Are you yes? What are your core non-negotiables?
Girl.
And they should teach that in college. One of my things I am going to do is try to figure out, and someone can help me with this. I want to have a dating advisory board on every college campus. Because think about if you could put together all of, start training the younger generation on the questions asked.
I'll help you. I don't know about how much I can help, but I'll help you because I want to empower women. And they need to know. I wish somebody was around when I was going through. I was depressed. Did you go through depression?
Yes. So because
especially
when
thank you God for getting me out of that.
I know. And then but that's where the tribe came in, because I needed to hear the positive reinforcements, and so that people had the best interest, and so I leaned on them, and so they would do my pep talk. And I'm also my dad. I was trained as an athlete, so I had to have a little bit of an advantage because I had a mental strategy coach. So I was able to twist it and actually, turning it into so I took all the negativity that I was just stressed and dealing with everything of this new life and turned all of that into creating the dating advisory board.
That is awesome.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, because you got to channel that energy one way, because or else it's going to eat you up inside, and then you're going to have anxiety, and you're like, and so like for me, like working out, I can notice the difference when I haven't been working out.
I'm going to start working out. I went from a size 6'8" to a size 10-12. I'm comfortable in this 10-12.
You look amazing.
But I had to buy clothes and all. See, it was a little bit more than just gaining weight. You see, so I ate. So I ate to, 2 sizes? And then I stopped. But I can see that could be an issue, or just all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, you could get into
into something.
Yeah, and then you always say pivot your change up what you're doing. Like going to the gym is something new. So like you're creating a new habit. So there's your brain. I heard this guy, I can't remember this woman's name, and it was the best advice, because we always want to talk ourselves out of it because we have a fear-based thinking, right? So what will happen is that your brain will be like, oh, nope, we're scared. We're not going to do that. We're going to stay comfortable. But
next year.
Yeah, exactly. Next year, or, I have a really good idea. And she says, your brain literally has 5 seconds. She goes, until, she's brilliant. I'll have to find out the name.
Yes, please.
Yeah. You have 5 seconds until your brain turns off, and it turns it into oh, you don't want to do that, and because we're scared, we want to keep you safe and alive, and it's going back to to how the brain processes works.
5 seconds.
Yeah, and so she's like, I think about it like a torpedo, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off, get up. She's like, don't hit that snooze button.
Wow, I love it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and do it, and at least write it down so you don't forget it. That's one thing I do. I have lists. I may not do it, but I'm like, I had that thought, and I would have blast off at one point when I get to it.
That's great advice. I have a notebook. I always have something by my bed because I don't sleep throughout the night since the divorce, and so I just write things down. I'm always up at least twice a night.
You get lavender oil and put it on your feet.
Lavender oil. Karen told me to get
really?
lavender oil.
Oh yes, it works.
To put it on my pillow.
No, you put it right on your feet. doTERRA. There's 1,000 reps around here, but yeah.
What?
Actually, I could get you.
Does that bottle come with somebody to rub it to?
I mean, we did talk about on the last show Renee.
No, I can't rent a boo.
Just kidding.
I can't rent a boo.
I know, just kidding. We were just was funny.
Show.
That was
I
funny.
was sitting here when she was talking about what was the girl's name that you?
Oh, Winter Harris. She's awesome. Oh my God.
She was hilarious.
She was so funny.
What did she call the Mary when
slick.
She said
I have
pastor. She said they're talking about the dating advisory board.
Yeah.
And she said that pastors, because she's single, and people in her inbox that are married, that are pastors, and I'll fly you here. I'll do. What in the world? That is karma going to hit them right back at the altar.
God, I'm sure baby Jesus doesn't like it. Just going to put it all there.
I could, but what did she call them? That was the funny
Slick
part.
Rick.
Slick Rick.
Jacob, is that right? Slick Rick?
What did she say? She said Slick Rick?
Slick Rick.
Ninja.
Oh, wait. Slick
Nasty
Ninja.
That's what she said.
Yeah, Nasty Ninja.
Nasty Ninja.
And those are putting all those, putting inappropriate pictures out, which you should not do.
Yeah.
Do not do that, please.
No, don't do that. Don't do that, because as soon as you become not together anymore, people want it. No, that's why I don't do that. My father said, never send something that you're going to regret.
Yeah.
Not even to my husband did I send those kind of pictures.
No, absolutely
No.
Yeah.
You're going to see it in real life if you got it like
exactly.
that.
Like,
that's it.
You want it bad enough, you'll make time.
Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you so much. I love it.
I want you to stick around because Be Dazzled by Brenda has not only I saw the extraordinary food over there. I mean, she didn't just bring, a hamburger, cheeseburger,
wait
hot
till you
dog.
guys see this. I mean, it is unbelievable.
And she brought these cakes that she just does her own artistry. I love it. But Jen Heck, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for being on the show.
Stick around. We're going to enjoy the food.
Yes, absolutely.
How did they get a hold of you?
Okay, so I'm at the datingadvisoryboard.com. So you can reach out to me. They just send me a message right on my website. And and then you can learn more. And we've got some good programs coming out in the next couple of weeks, so
Yes,
stay
ma'am.
tuned.
Whatever you need from me.
Oh, thank
Listen,
you.
we're going to take another short break. And, if you know me, Morgan Johnson, who used to work right here at WOVS, I miss her, just
I
like
know.
Jacob and Jeremy and everybody here, Sherman, just the whole family. She left to go on and do some other things. And she actually debuted this song on my show last, I think, November or so. So, Jacob, if you don't mind, I want you to enjoy No Curfew by Morgan Johnson.
Yay.
I love this song as well. And we'll be right back with Bedazzling
Yes.
Brenda.
Yay!
Gave my best to some who only gave their worst, but that's alright. I never had your love, well you won't be the last, knowing you my first, so that's alright. 'Cause this life will be back around. So good is love if your heart is where it stays. Now that ain't right. And what good's a song if you don't sing your pain away every night? 'Cause this life will be back around. So don't let it let you down. Say the night is young and we are too. Let's break some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Oh, baby, say the night is young and we are too. Let's break some rules, 'cause we ain't got no curfew. Hey, yeah, say and hey, yeah, say we gon' dance the night away. Yeah, say the night is young and we are too, yeah. The night is young. Ooh, baby. Say the
Hi, and welcome back to the Renee Allen and Friends Show right here on WLVS, the largest online radio broadcast in the United States, right here in the nation's capital, and of course, across from Howard University. I am standing here with the beautiful, bodacious, and wearing my favorite color, pink, Brenda Richardson Todd, right? The bedazzling Brenda. How are you? Ding, 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 ding. So I don't have to bell over here.
We need
Yes,
the bell.
yes. You look gorgeous.
Thank
Look
you.
at
I'm wearing
you.
pink in honor of Breast Cancer Month
Yes.
for my sister's godmother who passed. Her name is Gretchen Ellis, so shout out to the Ellis
Shout
family.
out to the Ellis family.
Thank you for having me.
You are so welcome. And look, during the break, I hope you enjoyed that song by Morgan Johnson. She said that she wanted to join Jen Heck and I because she had just share them real quick what you went through and what you've lost and what you're doing.
Currently going through some separation issues. However, I took my lifestyle back and made a change 2 years ago, and I've lost 145 pounds. It's like, girl, you over the top.
I did my happy dance for you, girl. My happy dance.
Thank you. So I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to keep going.
Keep going, girl.
Just
You
that
are
dedication
gorgeous.
and determination.
Yes, and your spirit is so bright. So let's talk about, you have the bedazzling cakes, right?
Yes.
I don't want to mess the names up, so you talk to them in the camera and tell them about your two companies and how you named them and why.
Okay, the bedazzling cakes is what produces the cakes. The Belicious seafood is what produces the Belicious, and there is
Move this
a
out the way so they can see.
garlic butter sauce that is to die for.
Oh, my
And I have to
goodness.
represent my family in Jamaica.
Jamaica,
'cause they said,
you know,
"Please represent."
yes.
So big up to Jamaica.
Everything
And this is
Irie.
the Belicious hot sauce. So we call it the B sauce.
Wonderful. No, my
Yes.
dad's Jamaican.
And there's another company that I call just like Mom in honor of my grandmother.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
around Thanksgiving we do sweet potato pies.
Yes.
And fried turkey, and also a healthy turkey barbecue.
A
That
healthy
is
turkey barbecue.
delicious.
We'll have to have you back around Thanksgiving. I don't know, Chef Terrence might get a little jealous, our resident chef.
And the names all come from bling. I just love bling. As you
I
can
see.
And they
I
always
see.
talk
Take
about
your
me,
bow,
"Oh, you
girl.
over the
Take your
top."
bow.
Whatever.
I
I'll
love
just be
it.
over the top. I love the bling.
Yeah, and you know
I
what?
can't help
That's the
it.
one thing we have as women that I love being a woman because we can be, the guys have the cufflinks, the ties, the suit.
Right.
Okay, but we got everything. We got from the head to toe, the eyelashes, everything. Like we be
Everything.
blinging, right?
Yes. Why not?
Yeah, so how'd you come up with the names?
Just because of the bling. I
'cause
just
of the
love
bling. Well, I'm gonna nickname you Bling Girl.
Bedazzle, the B. I put the B in bedazzling. I put the B in Belicious.
Yes.
Bling.
So how long have you been in business?
With the seafood,
Keep this up.
2 years. I'm sorry. With the seafood, 2 years.
Wow.
I've been doing cakes since I was 16 years old.
Wow.
Self-taught, just by paying attention. Love
Yes.
detail. It's all in the
Your mom,
details.
grandma, home economics, what?
My grandmother was a great cook.
Yes.
My mom as well. Bless her soul, my mom passed on March 9th of this year, so we miss her so.
Yes,
But she's here every day, all day.
She is. She's looking down on you right now.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
So yes, this is what I do. It's hard to keep from eating it, but when
Yeah,
you do
we
it
can-
all the time, you don't even want to taste it. So, but I want you to dig into it whenever
Well,
you feel like it.
speaking, I want to get a little bit more information out of you. How much time we have? We have a little bit of time.
Okay.
So I want you to talk about, first of all, how to get a hold of you for catering for your cakes. And talk about the cakes. I know they're one of a kind, which is why I really wanted to have you on the show. Because you're the first cakery that I've known that does one of a kind.
Okay, well, I do one of a kind, custom cakes. That's what they call custom. You come to me with an idea, I turn it into a vision, I give you a sketch of it, or you just, some people tell me, just go for it, I trust you, the artistry in you. And I'm like,
Yes.
okay, yes. I like when they tell me just do your
Yes,
thing.
yes.
And then I create. Now, sometimes somebody will see it and want you to duplicate it, but I'll always throw in a little something different
yeah.
on every cake. And most of the time, I'll sprinkle a little bling on it.
Little
'cause
bling!
That's what I like.
Everybody say bling!
Yes, bling bling, and hit that bell. Then we don't. So yes, that's what I love to do. I need to have at least busy season 4 to 6 weeks in advance notice. Some people
They need
call
to
me
start
on a
doing orders
Monday
now.
and say, "Hey, I want a cake on Saturday." I can't do it. I want to, but I can't. I've had to learn how to say no.
No.
I had
Yes,
to,
ma'am. Yes,
because it
ma'am.
was killing me.
Yes.
But I will do them 6 to 8 weeks around the holidays. I like to get a lot of notice.
Okay.
My goal this year is to do at least 200 pies.
Wow.
200 pies. So y'all hear that. And the way to get in
Yes.
touch with me on Facebook
Yes.
is Brenda Richardson Todd or Bedazzling Cakes by Brenda website.
I love it.
And Belicious Seafood is on Facebook as well.
Yes.
Or you can reach me at 240-988-7226.
I like how she said it. Did y'all see the eyes when she says, do that again?
240-988-7226.
Let's talk about, what do you call this? 'Cause I want to say a seafood
Okay.
crawl, because she got everything in there.
This is a number 3 on my menu, and it
Okay.
is called.
Can you see that,
a
y'all? Can you
crab
see that, Jacob? Can you come in
cluster.
on that?
We can hold it up a little bit. It is called a crab cluster boil, and
My,
what happens
my.
is You get potatoes, sausage, shrimp, corn on the cob, and Dungeness crab clusters. And then it is smothered with the secret garlic butter sauce. Now, I also sell this conveniently for everybody who wants to do their own seafood thing in a jar like this, which is about 2 cups, and I sell it for $10. So a lot of people buy this and become creative.
That's the
with
butter
their
garlic
own
sauce.
food. It's the garlic butter sauce, yes.
Okay, my goodness.
And you can put it on seafood, you can put it on your chicken, you can put it on rice, you can put it on noodles. You be creative.
Yes,
But
and be dazzling with it.
Delicious. That's what you can be. Yes.
Well, look, I have a gentleman that I met at the Dick Gregory phenomenal celebration home going at Jericho. With Pastors Joel and Yolanda Peoples. And, sir, if you can come up here and join us, maybe right over here next to my left for now. You're going to taste this, okay? But it's Mr. Just, right?
Right. Yeah, Milton Gist.
Oh, Milton Gist. And tell us a little bit about you, because we sat next to each other in like the 5th or 6th row.
Well, I'm retired, self-employed, and I've been in Washington for quite some time, and I'm waiting to taste this.
Okay. So what do you think about this beautiful setup here?
Yes, this is remarkable, and I like the cake, but I thought it was pancakes, but that's a cake. That's kind of original there.
Yes. So tell us about that.
It just replicates breakfast.
Yes.
It's a pancake, but inside it's a cake. And a lot of people look at cakes because sometimes I do like the church hat for the church ladies.
Wow, yes.
And I've gone over to a church just down Rhode Island Avenue at a bazaar once. And I had a cake on display that was like a church hat. And the lady actually came over to the table to almost pick it up and put it on her head.
Oh, my
and I was like,
goodness.
oh, no, you can't do that, honey. That's a hat. Cake.
And look, she was going to do those, but Lady Nakia Wright is going to reschedule. So maybe we'll have her back because we wanted to do present that to the First Lady. So that's another time.
I'll do it.
Yes,
No
yes,
problem.
yes. Thank you. So we're going to change places here, and we're going to have you taste this phenomenal food. I'm going to definitely taste it,
Well,
but
Mr.
just not right
what
now.
is it that you want to taste first, sir?
A piece of the pie.
Oh, he wants to start with dessert.
Oh, wait a minute.
No?
Just wait a minute.
You want something easy like the sausage or the corn or
Yeah,
which one? One of both. Why not?
the corn.
Let's give you a little sample. of one of
Okay. You
each.
got to do it right on. Look. Right up here. Right up there. And we got to see how you feel about this because this smells good. My.
Okay, you ain't never had nothing like that before, have you, sir? He can't stop.
Just like Mama would have made.
Oh, that's the turkey business, but this is the delicious business.
Jay, come on over. Jacob, come on, let's taste this. And we'll call out the show. The show's getting ready to end, but I want everybody to taste some of this good food. I hope you could see this food in these cakes and pies. Just
Here you
wonderful.
go, Jacob.
Oh, my goodness. Yes. Bedazzling Cakes by Brenda and Belicious Seafood. Yes. Who else is back there? Oh, come on. Yes. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're just going to enjoy this wonderful food and dessert. And tune in next week. We're going to have some wonderful, we're going to have the actual whips, women in professional sports, Gisette English, her daughters, or maybe some other people. We're going to have very fancy, dancy, wancy salon owner who has a salon right over Cafe Milano, one in Manhattan, New York, and all these exclusive places. And she'll be here to talk about some wonderful things. And I may even bring an entertainer or something in, but you just stay tuned. I really appreciate you. I can't do this without you. Anyone who wants to be a sponsor, feel free to inbox me and just keep on supporting people in media because that's how you get your information and that's how we like to roll. Right, Jen? You want to close it out?
Thank you so much for having me on your show. I really appreciate it. You're the best. So, mwah, love you.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you. See you next week.
Miss Renee Show. Hey, Miss Renee Show. Where we at on Miss Renee Show? I said where we at, y'all, on the Miss Renee Show. Ah, where we at, y'all? Hey, where we at, y'all? Right here on Georgia Avenue. Oh yeah, we right here, y'all.
Miss Renee Show.
We gon' sing right here.
Miss Renee Show.
Yeah, Miss Renee.
Show.
Oh yeah, we gon' do it here.
Miss Renee Show.
Right here in Listen Vision, y'all.